The first step on this journey is to cultivate emotional awareness. Think of it as developing your inner emotional compass. It's about learning to identify, label, and understand your emotions as they arise. Without emotional awareness, you are at the mercy of your feelings. They can control your reactions, decisions, and ultimately your life. By developing your emotional intelligence, you gain clarity. You start to recognize the subtle signs of stress, anger, or frustration before they escalate. This awareness is the foundation of self-regulation. Understanding the why behind your emotions helps you manage them effectively. Now, let's dive into the practicalities of cultivating emotional awareness. A crucial aspect of this is identifying your emotional triggers. Triggers are like emotional buttons that get pushed, often unconsciously, leading to specific feelings and reactions. Think about a time when you felt a surge of anger, sadness, or anxiety. What was the situation? Who were you with? What were you thinking? By paying attention to these patterns, you start to uncover the triggers that set off those particular emotions. Our bodies are incredibly intelligent systems, constantly communicating with us, especially when it comes to our emotions. Often, before we're even consciously aware of an emotion, our bodies send out physical signals. Learning to recognize these bodily cues is another powerful aspect of emotional awareness. Think about how you physically experience stress. Do your shoulders tense up? Do you get a headache? Does your heart rate increase? By paying attention to these physical signs, you become more attuned to your emotional state in real time. This allows you to address those emotions proactively rather than letting them build up and potentially lead to unhealthy reactions. Now, as we continue to build our emotional intelligence, let's explore a powerful tool for self-reflection and awareness journaling. Putting your emotions into words can be incredibly insightful, helping you uncover hidden patterns and gain clarity on your triggers. Set aside a few minutes each day to write about your emotional experiences. What emotions did you feel today? What situations or interactions triggered those emotions? How did you react in the moment? Over time, you'll start to notice recurring themes and patterns in your reactions. Now that we've delved into the importance of emotional awareness, let's explore practical techniques to manage those emotions effectively. One powerful technique is to practice calmness even in the midst of challenging situations. When you feel those familiar waves of anger, frustration, or anxiety rising, hit the pause button. This pause, even if it's just for a few seconds, creates space between the trigger and your response. Instead of immediately firing off an angry email or saying something you might regret, take a moment to collect yourself. Ask yourself, what's the most helpful way to respond in this situation? As we continue our exploration of emotional regulation, let's step into one of the most accessible yet profound tools we have: our breath. Deep breathing is not just about oxygenating our bodies, it's a direct line to calming our nervous systems and regaining emotional balance. By consciously shifting our breathing patterns, we can actually influence our emotional state. Here's a simple yet effective breathing technique. Inhale deeply through your nose, filling your belly with air. Hold for a few seconds, then exhale slowly through your mouth. Repeat this several times, focusing solely on your breath. Notice how your body starts to relax, your heart rate slows down, and your mind becomes more still. Now, let's explore the practice of mindfulness, a powerful tool for emotional regulation that helps us stay present and grounded. Mindfulness is about cultivating a state of non judgmental awareness of the present moment, paying attention to our thoughts, feelings, and sensations without getting swept away by them. Instead of getting caught up in worries about the past or anxieties about the future, mindfulness invites us to bring our attention to the here and now. What do you see, hear, smell, taste, and feel in this very moment? Engage your senses fully. When you find your mind wandering, gently guide it back to the present moment. This practice of returning again and again to the present is where the true power of mindfulness lies. As we delve deeper into the art of self-regulation, let's explore a fundamental principle that intertwines beautifully with emotional intelligence: respect. Respect for ourselves and respect for others. When we approach interactions with respect, we create a foundation for healthy communication and emotional stability. Think about it. When you feel respected, you're more likely to remain calm and composed even in challenging situations. Respect disarms defensiveness and opens the door for understanding. On the other hand, when we feel disrespected, our emotions can quickly escalate. Respect acts as a buffer, protecting our emotional well-being. Now let's consider the ripple effect of treating others with respect. When we approach interactions with kindness, empathy, and understanding, we create a positive emotional environment that extends far beyond ourselves. Think about a time when someone treated you with genuine respect, even if you had different viewpoints. How did it make you feel? Chances are it created a sense of safety, openness, and willingness to engage in a meaningful way. Similarly, when we treat others with respect, we inspire them to respond in kind. Respect becomes contagious. While treating others with respect is essential, equally important is respecting ourselves. This involves setting healthy boundaries, those invisible lines that protect our emotional well-being and prevent us from feeling taken advantage of or disrespected. Boundaries are not about building walls or shutting people out. They're about honoring our needs, limits, and values. Think of boundaries as a form of self-care, a way to preserve our emotional energy and prevent burnout. Setting boundaries can involve saying no to requests that overextend us or limiting our exposure to negative people or environments. When we respect ourselves, we set the standard for how others treat us. As we journey further on the path of self-regulation, let's delve into a crucial aspect that truly sets individuals apart: personal accountability. This is about owning our actions, both the positive and the negative, without blaming others or making excuses. It's about taking responsibility for our choices and their consequences. Think of accountability as a muscle that strengthens our character and builds trust with ourselves and others. When we hold ourselves accountable, we demonstrate integrity and a willingness to learn and grow from our experiences. Imagine spilling coffee on a colleague's report. A person lacking accountability might blame a wobbly table or a sudden distraction. However, true accountability means owning up to the mishap, apologizing sincerely, and taking steps to rectify the situation. Remember, accountability is not about perfection, it's about progress. As we explore the power of accountability, it's essential to connect our actions to a deeper sense of purpose, our values. Values are the guiding principles that shape our beliefs, decisions, and behaviors. They are the compass that keeps us on course even when faced with challenging situations. When we live in alignment with our values, our actions reflect our beliefs, creating a sense of inner harmony and authenticity. Conversely, when we compromise our values, even for seemingly small things, we create internal conflict and erode our self-respect. Imagine facing a situation at work where you have the opportunity to get ahead by taking credit for someone else's idea. If honesty and integrity are core values for you, this action would directly contradict your beliefs. In the journey of self-regulation and personal accountability, there's a powerful act that requires courage and humility, the art of apologizing sincerely. We all make mistakes, say things we regret, or unintentionally hurt others. However, it's how we respond to those mistakes that truly defines our character. A genuine apology is a gift, not just to the person we've wronged, but also to ourselves. It's an act of taking responsibility, expressing remorse, and seeking to repair any harm caused. Think of an apology as a bridge that rebuilds connection and fosters understanding. Start by acknowledging the offense specifically. Instead of a vague, "I'm sorry if I upset you," try, "I'm truly sorry for interrupting you in the meeting. It was disrespectful and I take full responsibility for my actions." Remember, a sincere apology focuses on the impact of your actions, not just your intentions. Life is full of surprises and not all of them are pleasant. There will be times when you face unexpected challenges. It's easy to feel overwhelmed and fall into emotional outbursts, but you have the power to choose self-regulation. Develop strategies for staying cool under pressure. Create mental space between the trigger and your reaction. Think of it as hitting the pause button. Take deep breaths, count to 10, or step away. This pause allows you to gather your thoughts and respond intentionally. It's about creating a buffer zone to prevent emotions from controlling your behavior. Mastering self-regulation is an ongoing practice, not a destination. It requires consistent effort, self-awareness, and a commitment to personal growth. At the heart of this journey lies self-care. Think of self-care as the foundation of emotional resilience. We need to prioritize our well-being to navigate life's challenges. Self-care is an act of self-respect and a necessity. Neglecting our needs depletes our emotional reserves. Cultivate a sustainable self-care practice. Identify activities that nourish your mind, body, and soul. Make self-care a non-negotiable part of your routine. As we reach the end of our exploration into self-regulation, remember this: mastering your emotions is a journey, not a destination. There will be days when you navigate challenges with grace and composure, and there will be days when your emotions feel like a roller coaster ride. And that's okay. The key is to approach this journey with self-compassion and a commitment to continuous growth. Celebrate your progress, learn from your setbacks, and never underestimate your capacity for change. As you continue to cultivate emotional awareness, practice the techniques we've discussed, and prioritize self-care, you'll find yourself responding to life's challenges with greater resilience, wisdom, and emotional intelligence. Remember, you are not alone on this path. We all have the potential to become masters of our emotions, to live and lead with authenticity, and to create a ripple effect of positivity in the world around us. So take a deep breath, embrace the journey, and know that you have the power within you to control your emotions like a pro. Now, go out there and shine your light. You were listening to Shahrukh Shah, founder of Aussie Leadership Academy.